is common sense. First of all, always be on the lookout for each other, and if you see something suspicious, don't just say, "Oh, that's creepy," tell someone about it. Sometimes tell one of the leaders, that way we can be aware and, change plans or let you know if we need to do anything about it. Always plan to carry your money, credit cards, passport copy, whatever. Carry it in a front zipper pouch. It can be a neck wallet or money belt, something where it's on the front of your body so it's not like, oh, you have, some cash sticking out of your pocket and someone can just grab it, Pickpocketing is a thing. So Dr. Litton has, I think, some examples. Do you want to pull that up?
Yeah, there's a couple of them. Chrome.
Oops.
You go to the Chrome.
So here, well, I think this is the same one that I had, maybe.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. It fits right under your clothes. It's like a little bit bulky, but if it's January, you might be wearing a sweater anyway, so it doesn't matter. You're good to go. It has handy little zippers so you can put your change, all of that stuff, and keep it organized and separated. There's the money belt. If you want it to go under your pants, that works too.
You use an ankle wallet, actually. So since January, most of us will be wearing pants, and so I've always got it on my ankle. And nobody knows until it's the ankle, right?
I've never done those, actually. That's a good tip. Let's see, I think we've made this clear. When you go out, especially in the evenings, but anytime when you split up into groups, don't go out alone. It's not a good idea. Your cell phone will not work the same there that it does here. So it's not like you can say, oh, I'm lost. I'm guaranteed to have coverage and just call someone. It's safer to go out in groups of at least 4 or more. And if you're leaving to go out at night and you want to have a night on the town, that's great. But be sure to tell someone where you're going. Preferably a leader. If you can't find one of us, tell one of your roommates or something like that. But we'll be around, so let us know where you're planning to go. Stay away from dark, shadowy alleys. Common sense, if you see strangers kind of lingering, looking a little sketchy, don't go over and say
I
hi.
just generally recommend not talking to Italian boys.
That's your, okay. Well, that's a good safe tip, I guess.
Believe me, you don't need to approach Italian boys.
Don't bring anyone back to the hotel. Don't say, hey, you seem cool. This is where I'm staying. Why don't you come over? Common sense. I think Dr. Litt said this. Always carry the hotel card with you. At every new hotel we go to, you'll get like a business card of the hotel's information. So if you're out and you took a bus, but then on the way back you want to take, a taxi, and you're like, I don't know the address, then you can just pull it out, hand it to the driver, and they'll get you there. I think Beth or Dr. Litton mentioned, we'll give you one of the leaders' cell phone numbers at the beginning of the trip, and you'll also have Chris's phone number, our tour director, and so we're always, you have someone to call if you need anything, if there's some sort of emergency situation. Let's see. Don't fall for street scams, so pushy people on the street trying to sell you things or give you things. They might say, oh, let me take this, have this, but then they'll try to get money from you later. And then, then you're stuck. Because it's like, yeah, you took this, but you thought that was a gift. That happened with us in Spain this year. They're like, take these flowers. They're like handing out flowers to the group. And we're like, oh, this is nice. And they said, oh, yeah, it's a gift. But then, then they charged you for it. So be on guard. Don't take things from strangers if it seems, like, this is too nice. Why are you doing this? It probably is too nice. And it's not as nice as it seems. Let's see. Don't take money from an ATM if there's people within like 20 feet of you. You don't want someone lingering, hovering, waiting to try to get your cash that you're withdrawing. Take someone with you. Do it during the day. It's a lot safer. You don't want to be out at night and you, oh, I ran out of money and now I have to try to find an ATM in the dark. You know, that's a little daunting. What if you need a taxi or a bus or something like that? So that's why we encourage you to keep cash on hand if you go out at night. Count your change and check your receipts carefully when you make purchases. The Euro system is not that much different from the dollar system because it's 100 cents, $2. But count it up. You'll not be used to how the change looks, so you know, make sure when you're paying for something that you're getting the correct change back. My signature are a little longer on this list. This big one. Let's see. I think we've covered most things. We don't have a specific curfew, but we do encourage midnight or thereabout as a good time to be back to the hotel, especially because I think as Beth said, sometimes the lobby doors will lock at midnight and then you're stuck and you have to call someone and say, I'm locked out of the hotel, you know, so midnight is a good rule of thumb to be back. Also because we get up early on the tours. We're usually having wake-up calls around 6:30 a.m. every day. So if you get in much past midnight, you know, you're going to be exhausted. And we want you to get the most out of the trip, the most of all the wonderful places we're going. I think that's the main reason you should all be going is for the experience and the culture and not for what sort of nightlife you can get, you know, that's a bonus. Let's see, watch out for pickpockets in public transportation and public areas. A lot of times our tour director, Chris, he's good at spotting them, so he might kind of warn if there's someone around. Or even kids, watch out for little kids trying to come too close because they could be trying to pick your pocket. Keep track of your passports, that's very important. Don't keep your passport on you at all times, but maybe when we're out for the day, keep it in your checked bag in the hotel and you can lock it if you want. So that way, you know, no one's gonna go sneak around your bag, I don't think. But if they would try, keep it locked in your bag and you should be good to go. As Beth said, we have basic medicine. So before the trip, we'll let you know who the medic is. This year I was the medic, but, and I'm willing to do it again. But we'll let you know who's in charge, and since we have 2 buses, we'll probably have to have 2 medics. So, but if you're feeling sick or you're like, oh man, I think I got food poisoning, which has happened, or, you know, you're feeling terrible, make sure you tell someone so we can get you some medicine. Let's see. Then just general sort of health tips on tour. Make sure you stay hydrated on the plane and on the tour. Water is not quite as easily accessible sometimes. Like here, if you're at a restaurant, they just bring you water and keep refilling, keep refilling. In Europe, not so much. Sometimes you actually have to order water, or they'll bring you a small pitcher of water, but they won't just come refill it. You know, you have to make a conscious effort to stay hydrated. We'll be walking a lot, you know, hours. So you need to, you know, drink water and eat as much fresh fruit and vegetables as you can. Sometimes those are a little hard to come by. So when you have the chance to enjoy good, fresh food, take advantage of it. And let's see. Oh, on the plane also make sure you get up and walk around a little bit. Don't just sit for 10 hours straight. Not only because you'll get very stiff and sore, but because it can actually cause blood clotting if you don't get up and move around. And we've had students who've had issues with that because they got on the plane, maybe they took a giant sleeping pill, they're out, and then they came back from the tour and had some health problems. So make sure that you are getting up, get some exercise. I don't know why you wouldn't want to get up because I can't handle sitting there and not moving for that many hours. But just stay aware. Yeah, I think that's about it. Safety is a lot of intuition and following that, and if something seems sketchy, it probably is. And we're here for you to be safe, and we'll give you tips along the way.